Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing Puzzle Rush, which is a very cool feature on chess.com. Basically, you can do as many puzzles as you can within either a 3-minute, 5-minute, or infinite time constraint. And so basically your goal is to kind of try to be as accurate as possible with your puzzles. It's a very good tool for warming up. It's very good for accuracy because if you make 3 mistakes, your rush is going to be over. Your goal is to try to solve the most amount of puzzles you can. It's a very cool feature on chess.com that I find is kind of underrated. So that's what we're going to be doing today, and we're going to be trying out all 3 modes of Puzzle Rush. Okay guys, so I'm going to jump right into the first 3-minute Puzzle Rush. This is the fastest Puzzle Rush mode they have available on chess.com. And so this is really just a test of speed and board awareness. Make sure you're not making any dumb mistakes or anything. It can be a really good warm-up for blitz or bullet games where you're going to need fast skills. And it can really be helpful if you're someone who doesn't do too well in time pressure. This isn't correlated with any kind of rating or even your puzzle rating. So you can just use this as an opportunity to train. And if you have like a diamond, platinum, gold membership, you can do this as many times as you want in a day. So you can do several in a row just to kind of get your brain, kind of used to these tactics right before a game or a tournament or whatever it is you're aiming to succeed in. So let me just start up the 3-minute Puzzle Rush, and I'll kind of show you guys how it works and kind of strategies to manage your time. So yeah. So you get this lead in, and you just got to start doing these puzzles really fast. The first few will always be very easy, so you never have to worry about difficulty for these. Often the most obvious move will be the right one. And so yeah, we get that check, mate. So again, many very common theme here. Just a lot of mates in one, back ranked mates, that kind of stuff. What do you? Yeah, thought too long on that. Again, it's very hard sometimes to, not kind of, sometimes you can overestimate the puzzle, sometimes you can underestimate the puzzle. This is actually a good run so far, I think. Yeah, and then you take that. Okay, so what is it? So here, there, check, there. There it is. So yeah. So we're making good progress here, actually. No mistakes so far, which is good. Okay, and then we're going to have... So the hard ones are actually going to come up here soon enough. That's not the move. Let's see here. Yeah, so this is a time to think. So check and mate, yeah. So again, you can see our time is actually ticking down to about a minute now, so we actually have to be faster, much faster here. Again, I made my first mistake. It tricked me. Check, check, check. Okay. What do I do here? You just go here and there? Yeah, okay. So... yeah, so it gets way more complicated after a certain amount. Okay, so we have 2 mistakes. We need to be careful now. So this knight's hanging. That's mate, yeah. Okay, so... and then is that just a pin or no? Or no, it's that check and mate. So yeah, sometimes obvious looking moves can get you. Yeah, so see, that's not a move because of this. It's actually just made in one like this. Okay, so we're running out of time here. Yeah. Okay, so we got 32, which is a pretty good score as far as Puzzle Rush goes. I think actually, if you look at the leaderboard kind of here, you can see that, not personal, this is global. Global, top GMs can get 70, which is just kind of crazy to me. you know, a lot of very strong players are going to get around this kind of range of 50 to 70, which is obviously a very respectable score. 34 or 32 is not too bad either, so yeah, that's just how it is for this one. And now we're going to be moving on to the 5-minute puzzle rush. Okay guys, so now I'm going to do the 5-minute puzzle rush, which is again going to be slower than the 3-minute puzzle rush, obviously, and you're going to want to have to spend more time near the middle of the puzzles, around the 20 to 30 range. Make sure you're getting everything right. Obviously, you should go as fast as you can on the earlier puzzles, but don't rush super fast and get like 2 or 3 mistakes by then. And yeah, so let's see how it goes. If you look at the leaderboard, you can see that, you know, the top puzzle rushers, they get like scores of 90. Like, this is Matthias Bluebomb, who's going to the candidates. So obviously these are super strong players. But you also have a lot of very strong titled players who are getting scores of like 60. So this range, if you're really very strong, is like 60 to 90. But obviously you can scores like 40 or 50 or even 30 are very respectable. So let's get that started. Let's just see how it goes. So for this one, you can still take it pretty slow, especially if you're still a beginner. This is definitely the mode I would recommend if you're like new to this whole puzzle rush. Let's see. So mate, 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 mate. So yeah, as you go deeper in, a lot of them are gonna start being like winning material rather than actually like checkmating, which makes it harder a lot of the time. What's the move here? I think queen b2, king c3, takes, and g3 should be it. Yeah, and then you promote. No? Really? Wow, okay, I guess I just messed up somewhere over there. But we still have a score of 21, which is pretty good. Yeah, so this is a very common pattern. You check and you promote. Takes with mate. Mate. So yeah, you go here. This is also a very common pattern where you're going to take onto the g6 or g3 square, opening up the rook, and you'll just win the rook like so. Yeah, I think it takes in here, and you'll win the rook. We're just going to win that. Yeah. And you'll trade, obviously. Okay, load the mate there. Yeah, and then you'll take the rook. Yeah. Okay, so again, these puzzles are getting trickier. You actually have to think for a good amount of time here. Take and take the knight. What's the move? That's wrong. Okay, see, I have 2 mistakes after getting to 30, so now we really have to use our time. I feel like there's some idea with bishop h7. I don't see anything after that. I mean, there's no... Is it just knight? No, but like I feel like trading is just wrong. Oh, it's knight here. Why didn't I see that before? Wow. Anyway, yeah. So we did use a good amount of time on that puzzle. Okay, so we got 32. Same score as 3-minute actually, which is kind of funny, but I didn't use the full amount of time which was given to me, which is kind of weird. But anyway, that's how it is for the 5-minute puzzle rush. Okay guys, so next we're going to be doing the survival mode, which is no time limit. You can take as much time as you want with 3 mistakes and your rush is over. So in this one you can take just as much time as you want, again like I said. So these runs have been known to take hours, especially if you get into that range of like 50, 60, 70, 80, and so on. So I'll show you guys the leaderboard before we start the run, which is kind of insane. So now EC316 actually has a score of 316, which is kind of wild. I don't actually know if he got this legitimately, because I have seen this video where it's like Stockfish aided Puzzle Rush, and I believe that was the exact same score, so I'm not sure if it's true. And then you have a GM Tetris 4 Jeff who got 253, also amazing score. Mediforce 120, 116, 113, 109, and so on. You can see that Nodirbeck got 101. You can see that a lot of strong players, Lotte Cumming has gotten 100. So you see all of these scores. A lot of them aren't even titled, but they're just really strong untitled players. So I'm gonna try and see what we can get, what score we can get. So yeah, let's start it. Mate. So like the 3 and 5 minute, it's gonna be very easy to start off with. It's obviously gonna get harder from there. What just happened? Okay, I got that. Okay. I don't know what just happened there. Yeah, it's gotta be this move. And you take the queen. There, mate. And you have the common pattern. Check with mate. 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 And you take the hanging rook. Okay, so far so good. We have a score of 26 without actually making a single mistake. So this one is, of course, you go there. Let's see here. Is this just mate? Yeah, it's just mate. Okay, so we haven't actually moved past any big thing. Is this not just takes and you fork? Yeah, you're winning, right? So that's a fork. This is also a kind of interesting one, because if you take here, then it's checkmate on f1. If you take with the pawn, then I don't believe there's any kind of checkmate. Yeah, so it's correct. So again, this puzzle rush, right? A lot of the times what the creators of these puzzles will do, or if they just came from real games, they'll make it so that they'll try to trip you up. So obviously there, in that puzzle, rook d4 was the instinctive choice, right? If you were going to pre-move something, you would pre-move that, but that actually just loses on the spot. So you always have to stay alert in puzzle rush, basically. That's what the kind of the moral of the story is there. So I think it's just mate on c8, yeah. So this is just a simple checkmate. As weird as it may sound, I think it's actually here, here, and then here. Yeah. Okay, so making pretty good. We're doing pretty well so far. I think you just, do you not just take that? Yeah, you take that and then you go king here. Yeah, you take that and you go king there. Check, check, takes. No, weird. and then you go here and you win the bishop. Yeah. Okay, so we're at 34, right? So pretty good. Now we actually really have to be accurate. So is it just a zigzag like this? But what if he block? Oh, no, he can't block. Is that, yeah, that's mate, right? Okay, good stuff. So we're doing pretty well right now. Again, that's the trick. Bishop's there. I think the right move is here, and you remove that. Yeah. Okay. So again, very weird position. I wonder what you do here. There's probably some kind of like repetition idea. But the rook's also hanging. And I feel like if even if the queen were to take it, so I don't think you take the rook. It's probably some crazy thing, isn't it? Right? It's got to be something crazy. Could it be something like rook there, actually? That's actually not too... Or it could be this. But again, like in puzzles, you usually don't go for a draw. Oh, is it just this? Yeah, I just missed that. Okay, that's just really wild. Okay. Okay, missing that is crazy, but I think we're still good. And that's a pin, so I think we'll just... No, okay, so we have 2 mistakes. Now we really gotta focus because this is where the going gets tough. Okay, so we solved that one pretty well. Okay, so little endgame puzzle here. So let's just do some calculations. So here, here, here. So the king stops the pawn. But if you go... let's see. What if you move the king? What if you go here and he goes here, right? And then you push and then he goes back. Yeah, because now he doesn't have that square. And then you go here and this is just a textbook win. Oh my god, that's funny. Anyway, so there you have it, folks. We did mess up on that final puzzle, which is kind of weird. I thought for sure that was the move, but yeah, so that's kind of how Puzzle Rush works. And yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.